Good evening. Here we are, coming to you from Bear Gym at Boyertown High School. This is PA Wrestling's coverage of the PAC Tournament Finals. This is Joe Youngblood. Tonight I'm joined in the broadcast by Ryan Logan. Ryan, welcome.
What is happening, Joe? Got a good night of wrestling here.
Yes, we do. We're starting off here at the finals, 106 pounds. We have the 4 seed, Julien Maldonado from Boyertown. And he's opposing the 2 seed, Matt Vulakh from Pope John Paul. Due to the snow, we're going to be on a condensed schedule here tonight, so we are going to try and, go a few matches here at a time and then move on to, we'll cut and do the medal ceremonies. We will not be broadcasting the medal ceremonies. We'll be more or less just covering the action as usual. Going into the final here, it is a somewhat tight race that is anyone's game. We have Springford out in lead, Boyertown behind them. Double digits, and then I believe O&J is about 5 points behind Boyertown. So it is, going to be close here.
It's a tight one.
Yeah, and right out the chute, we have Boyertown in the final here trying to get a chip into that lead. Maldonado comes in with a record of 26-7, wrestling Matt Vulakh from Pope John Paul, who's 21-4. These two have not met on the season. Both have, looking forward to this one, Ryan. I think they both hit some stellar competition this year.
Absolutely. Vulakh ranked 3rd in District 1. He's looked good all day. Pretty sure he pinned his way to the finals, Joe.
He did, including pinning. No, you're right. He pinned in the first period Shane Reynolds. Shane Reynolds, who we saw Julien Maldonado have a great match with a few weeks ago in that Springford-Boyertown duel at Springford. So, Vulakh is the favorite coming into this, but Maldonado's scrappy. Both these guys undersized 6-pounders as far as it goes. I don't think they're missing too many meals en route to making weight here.
Maldonado took out the number 1 seed in semis with a 10-0 victory. Valentine from Phoenixville.
Yeah, the seeds came out based upon wins and losses. Valentine 24-1, not wrestling nearly as tough a schedule as Boyertown or Pope John Paul. So that kind of comes out in the wash. It gets decided on the mat.
Absolutely.
So I'm not sure what we're waiting for here. They cleared the mats. They called them to their respected mats for the matches. We're just waiting on the start here. Kyle Berger is our official here with Greg Fantazzi assisting here on mat 2, center mat, and here we are ready to start. Vulakh, the younger brother of Ryan Vulakh, state medalist as a freshman at North Penn, had to sit out last year and back as a junior. We'll see him later on in the finals at 145 pounds. Maldonado in on a half shot attempt, and Vulakh got him into the front headlock. You're going to try and snap him down to the mat. Vulakh's got him in trouble now as he comes aside. It looks like he's locked up that near side cradle. Should be 2. Maldonado's got hands on the mat there, Ryan.
Yeah, he does. Think we're going to go out of bounds here?
Well, luckily we've adopted the college rules, and there's the 2 at the edge. If you can see in the corner there, you can see a little bit in your bottom left-hand corner. You have Tom Hans and Chris Sheets. And advocating for the 2 way earlier than it was called by Kyle Berger. Obviously, Berger had a different vantage point than we had up here. We have 48 seconds to go here in the period. Vulakh on top, putting boots in, and clock is running. He's going to get some swipes here, Ryan.
Yes, he is. He's got 3.
Makes the score here 5-0 with under 30 to go in the period, and looks like he's coming again. Going to reach another boot in.
So he's going to work that power half, Joe.
Yeah, he's got short time here. He's better get on it and really get that pressure forward if he's going to try and get the exposure here at the end of the period. Wow, that was pretty aggressive there, and he does do it. He lulls him to sleep and gets those just aggressively hits that power half, or that, rather just that half, just to crank him over, and makes it 8-0 here at the end of the period. Maldonado wins a toss. Haley and Tony, longtime Boyertown assistant, and Tony Haley, Adam Cobb in the corner. They defer to Pope John Paul and Matt Vulakh, and right away, Vulakh takes top again. The ultimate.
Working that power half again.
Yeah, you know, go back to what works. He just creates so much pressure on top and smother Maldonado. He gets to his base, and then before you know, he starts attacking elbows, and he's taking that base away.
Little Zane Rutherford-esque, huh, Joe?
Yep. Hey, works for him. Why not anyone else, right?
Yep.
Maldonado looks like he's closing up shop there on bottom, and there he just muscling him over.
Might be lights out.
He comes off the legs, and he tries to catch him coming through. Ryan, I had to agree with you until Maldonado came out, and that's another set of 2 back for Vulakh. Makes his lead 10-0 here as we just crossed the midpoint of the match. 53 seconds to go in the period with a running clock.
Really working that leg hard.
Yeah, he's giving Maldonado. Maldonado can't get elbows off the mat at this point. He's gotten so much pressure forward and just attacking the head. And there's the stalling on Maldonado. It's kind of hard, Ryan, when you get a stall call like that and you're on bottom. Like, there's just nothing you can do.
Yep.
Maldonado, it's not for lack of trying. It's just you're fighting an immovable object almost.
Absolutely.
We got 5 to go here in the period, and Vulakh getting a little high, but he's content to stay there and end the period up 10-0.
What's Maldonado going to take here?
Knocked
down.
They signal neutral. Oh, he goes top.
Probably a smart move.
Yeah. Up to this point, Vulakh's shown why he's ranked as high as he is, both statewide and here within the region. Nice little sit out. Right to his feet, gets that point, makes it 11.
This Vulakh is tough, man. Just a freshman, too. He's got a big future ahead of him.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what he becomes, especially in that room with the coaching staff they have there at Pope John Paul. Hans, Sheets, Walters. It's the whole old upper perk guard.
Yeah.
Maldonado again here a little aggressive here. See if he's going to try and go for something big. He's got to get himself back in the match with Vulakh doing just a great job of tying him up, keeping running hooks, shooting him out of bounds. Maldonado this season did finish third at the Governor Mifflin tournament. There he is in the shop, but he runs out of real estate. As I said, his freshman 26-7. Vulakh 21-4 in the season. He was the champ of the New Hope Soulberry tournament, and the other tournaments they went to were Powerade and Beast, and he didn't place in either of those. And 2 of the tougher tournaments in the country, Ryan. So he kind of almost understands why he didn't place in them.
Working that front headlock. Not a good place to be for Maldonado.
Nope, tries to back trip him to go out of bounds. 23 seconds to go in the match. Got 15 to go here. Springford will breathe a sigh of relief here. They just won a match by pin in the Conci final. And O&J will also breathe a sigh of relief that Boyertown's losing, so maybe they can catch up to them. But both teams have Springford set in their sights here as we make our way through the final with 3 seconds to go. Looks like this is the way it'll be. It will end at 11-0. And bonus points for the Pope John Paul Panthers.
Pretty dominating victory for Vulakh.
Yep, there you have it. There's your champ, 106 pounds, Matt Vulakh from Pope John Paul.